Empire looking to secure at least a spot in the tide. So securing what is control over their fate in making progress. In game for them. All right, the fun part, boys. Definitely playing.
Prepare for battle.
Towers killed before 25 minutes. We do have a Chen. We also have a Veno. I think 5 exactly will be. Smoke gank kills. It was 0. Animancer ready for Sidoi. So it looks like Sidoi takes towards the mid. Yoku roaming around. Probably in the coral. In the off lane. On the opposite side of things, we've got Chappie picking up the Razor. As we mentioned it. Rather standard. FN going towards the safe lane on Juggernaut.
The battle begins.
Ghost Stick. The off lane with the puck. Are they considering aggro tri-lane here potentially? Well, Miposhka, he's in trouble. He's gonna get charged up, blood raged as well for extra damage amp. And first blood gonna be picked up by Choose You. Pressing forward, no fear was charging a creep. And Miposhka gonna TP back after a few blood in towards this mid lane, top lane. Currently 1v1 Pikachu versus Ghost Stick, and that will leave FN in an aggressive laning configuration. For now, Roger in the jungle, but he'll be soon to join his Juggernaut. Range creep was denied here, away from the Juggernaut. Perhaps a hook pull. Oh, the hook pull. Speaking of which, going to find Miposhka under tower. Charge is going to be there, but the telekinesis time. Not sure if it was luck or skill there, but beautifully timed regardless by Miposhka, who is certainly known to be a player. And he's going to go for the juke. Oh, does not make it out. Yoku picking up the last one there. Ready for Chappie should have an advantage in this lane, and he's already making it known here. 2-2 on the CS for the Veno, and 9-3 for Chappie. The Razor. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Roger could be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be caught out here by No Fear, who has a charge ready. There's a hook as well. It is going to land, and the charge, kind of an odd interaction there. It felt like the displacement with the hook actually stopped the charge up. And somehow the Rubik made it away. So are going to cop a plasma field. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at our top lane map. Bloodseeker with the Blood Rage advantage is doubling up puck and see. Poshka, No Fear. Ghostic makes his way down to the bottom lane, and they will bring FN up top. Perhaps feeling that the puck needs to get a rather difficult. Chappie, a little bit low mid lane. Does have an arcane room. Pops up the Sal. Boy, not enough mana for a Gale currently. Top lane, Miposhka looking. Charge queued up as well from base by No Fear. Doesn't look like much will come of that. Use it to get out of baits. Now TP in is the Pudge mid lane. But he's gonna find FN. He's blood raged up as well. Does have the Blade Fury available. And looks for a last hit here to heal himself. He'll be successful in doing so. Pudge. Looking for an opening. Chappie though up on his hill. Playing rather safe. Pudge just missed the map. Yoku the only one farming bot lane. Charge in mid. Chappie should know this is coming. He does have unstable turn. And he'll be able to back. You see that proc and nothing else hits you in plain sight. Charge is inbound. Roger haven't really felt his presence all that much on the Chen so far. FN salving up top lane. Miposhka gonna run into the Spear Breaker. There's a sentry down as well. With the shockwave, they'll bring him back into sentry range, and Bloodright will be a little bit too late for Miposhka. Body block. That's not the last 9 seconds on telekinesis. That is a extremely long cooldown nowadays. With the Blood Rage and the bash, Miposhka almost half his health ripped through there by the Spear Breaker, but doesn't want to continue uphill. For now, just this solo kill that they find. Puck's got a set of boots, level 4. Take a look across the board, and he's where he needs to be. Expecting some aggression here. Tons of Plague Wars here. Ghost Stick being charged up. Do have vision of this. And he gets jaunted. Oh, it does not get the jaunt off because of the hex. He impales there as well. Nicely executed by Anji. He'll be finished off by the hook. And immediately smoked up. Circled though by the puck and pinged out. So they should have some sort of indication that this is the movement. Making Plague Ward goes down and kills off the haste rune. Feels bad, man. For Chappie. Now though the smoke, finds it on the Pudge. The impale was there through 2 though from Yoku. And now the charge coming through from No Fear. Miposhka, he's gonna drop. The Pudge does beforehand, however. Chappie, he's ruptured up, but he makes it back to the tower. Ghost Stick is nearby as well. They're going to turn and fight this one. Waning Rip, illusory orb, static link is there. They get the Bloodseeker first. No Fear, he's tanky, but in trouble. He'll be brought down to the tower shot. Roger going to make it up to the high ground. Does get galed here. Ghost Stick has an orb in just a second, so Doi needs to be careful not to end up dying. Orb actually and the Waning Rift go through the Lion here. One more right click, not going to be there in time as the Rod is there. Dodge with the phase shift on the hook. Now the Blade Fury looking to bring down the Pudge will do so. And Plague Ward though, hurting Ghost Stick quite a bit. He'll be able to jaunt over to the east. Now Chappie back into the fray. Plague Ward slowing him down far too much though to continue to chase forward for that Spirit Breaker. Did feel like Ghost Stick maybe could have gone Sidoi instead of Lion. And overall, 3 for 3. So relatively even metrics-wise. Experience-wise, though, the Razor perhaps a little bit lacking compared to the Venom. But they do get a bunch on Ghost Stick coming out of the offlane, which is really nice for him. He's going to have his coil up momentarily, in fact, because of it. Now Hook mid lane is going to find Chappie. He's going to get galed up. He tries to turn and fight into the Pudge, but he's too slow. Now inbound is Yoku as well. And for the icing on the cake, Spirit Breaker will trample over some dead bodies. He does end up getting the Pudge kill, but it's a dominating streak for Sidoi.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
FN back up to the top lane. Does have the Omni Slash ready, though. The Bloodseeker now keeping down bottom. It's like a jaunt out from Ghostic will keep him safe. Phase shift as well. No Fear will have to back himself off. And they do get a tower denial.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
Don't want to lose map control early with a Spear Breaker, though. And Chen, alongside FN top lane, are going to take the second tower. One denied, of course, bot lane, but 2 towers gone here, sub 9 minutes. You're certainly on pace with your Juggernaut. Ben is able to secure the last hit on that tower. No Fear, a little bit low on mana. 980 HP, though. He's not going to die to the solo Omni Slash. FN just confidently pushing in bottom, and now Miposhka looking for a pick, but pinged out by the Pudge, and Pudge will make it back to safety.
You shall not.
Now, though, coming through with a Rupture available. Bloodright looking for the Rubik. Doesn't find a target. Thank you for that. We went from 1 ear to 2 today. Level up! Oh, there was a smoke in there. Where?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This one? What is this? I guess it just hit 10 minutes. Miposhka feeling a bit poor, but the Pudge, perhaps even more so. Bottom lane, just sitting on boots, not even a set of Tranquils just yet. Sadoy, he's had a good early game, sitting atop the net worth chart. Looking into that Veil, has it completed, sitting in base. It still feels a bit burstable through the magic puck in the ring. Miposhka going to be scouted here, no charge or any sort of reaction beak. Everyone just kind of content to farm lanes, getting some supports levels here. Pudge having some time bottom. Now TP in from FN to the bottom shrine, and perhaps they look to make a move here with the Chen. Ghostic does have the coil, recall. FN going to let the puck lead the way uphill. Just yet going to pop this smoke, but they will run into Pikachu down on the low side. He goes for the blood right. They get the coil off in time. Illusory Orb is there as well. Can they kill him before the TP? They'll get him. Hadouken is there from Roger. Now they'll bring back to Sadoy into the Omni Slash, and now he's in trouble. He gets the Poison Nova off. Hits onto 3, but there's no real follow-up in sight. As Pudge was farming bot lane, No Fear did not get a charge off in time. And unfortunately for the Radiant side, their mid lane tier 1 is very healthy. Hand of God's available for Roger, though. And he can just heal up his squad here. FN a little bit short on mana. Just gets enough. The hook, though, finds Miposhka. He's there. They get the Hand of God off, though. Now the telekinesis. The Pudge is in trouble. He'll be finished off to the Eye of the Storm. No Fear trying to run away. Plasma Fields will be there. The stolen charge from Miposhka. Double kill going the way of the Razor. Impale Finger will finish off the Rubik. But a couple of nice kills for Empire. They get 80% or so of the damage done to this tower. One more right click, but keeping it out of deny range for Chappie. Wisely so. And they will retreat to the shrine. Roger back down to the Radiant jungle to do a little bit of farming. And Ghostic gonna retreat to find some levels in farm for that precious, coveted blink that every puck wants in their inventory.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Working on an Ags is Roger to help out with the push. They do have some good front line with the Razor and the sustain from the Juggernaut to help keep those fighting shape. The push got looking for someone top lane. Yoku is here. Charge coming through, though. from No Fear onto the Juggernaut. Now the Hex are going to turn back onto the Rubik. Ghostic is here, though. Does get a coil only off onto one, however. Jumps through. Nope. He will not. He actually gets silenced by the Blood Right. Yoku in trouble, though, and will be brought down as Chappie rotates in. No Fear does have a charge available. Will make it away to another lane. And 1-for-1 support trade, essentially top lane. It's a pretty big commitment, however, from the Empire side. However, Roger pushing in bottom lane with his creep army. No Fear going to look to deal with him here. But he actually backs out for perhaps worried about a net from the troll or something of the sort. He just did not have the support in tow. They now have a TP inbound. That is going to be Sidoi's Venomancer. And it looks like they'll back off the Chen army. Be able to deny this tower as well. Still, though, it's a tier 2 being denied here. Sub 15 minutes. Not ideal for a good squad. Fairly comfortable where they said it's got to feel. Hook not going to land middle lane on Chappie. And just 100 gold away from his blink or so. For Ghostic. Haven't had enough chat wheel sounds this game. Valiant and 2 components of the Ags already for Roger. Maybe not as farmed as we're accustomed to seeing Chens, but certainly not incredibly behind either. He is sitting atop the 4 support alongside Goku. Really kind of poor No Fear at this point, who's even in the farming role of those 3 of the supporting cast. Chappie working on a BKB. He should have a Yasha or something flying out. Yep, it is going to be a Yasha. Up pretty far middle lane for Rubik. And perhaps he has convinced Anji that he's serving as bait here. They are not have any of that mid lane. And they are trying to bait top as well. But no one defending mid is a bit peculiar. So it doesn't look like Empire will bite the bait.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, lost my mouse there for a second. Sidoi. Veil ready. Looks like he's going for that second item Midas, which we're actually not. Now charge forward from Molter. He's going to go for the Nether Strike. He finds FN, but FN should be able to get off his Omni Slash. He gets off the spin first, and in the backlines, the denied Pudge will end up going down. Blood Right is going to do that with the Chappie as well as the Rupture, but he's so tanky on this Razor, they just can't fight into him. And when all is said and done, it's a simple denial from a Pudge who was a little bit deep behind enemy lines. Ghostic does have the Blink Dagger, thinking about going back in, but no one really giving him any window of opportunity here. So Rock stolen by Rubik, not the spell he wants. Chappie. Team bonding exercise by the Shrine. The post game to do a little farming with his Rot. Only level 2 on this Rot currently. Take a look at his skill level across the board. Pudge sitting on 7, even below the Rubik. Chappie topping the board at level 15. About a 4k net worth lead for Empire. Experience a little bit larger than that, hovering around 6k. Midas just picked up by Sidoi though. That'll help him kind of sustain farm throughout the game, and maybe more importantly, get his levels. Yeah, and he does go for the 30 XP game talent. So synergizes well. Blood Rage stolen by Miposhka. Could be nice for the puck as he initiates. Maybe even the Juggernaut gets under on the side for the Blood Rage first. Fudge on the high ground. Doesn't have much support nearby though, and they're going to blink forward. Find him with the coil. Waning Rift is there as well, and it'll be an easy kill as he's silenced up. No attempt for the denial there. And Roger, the one to pick up the last hit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Push out top lane a bit. Roger does have the full Aghanim's up, and he's already taken an Ancient Prowler. Killing an Ancient.
Dire's bottom
Doesn't
tower
want
is
the
under
Ancient.
attack.
Chappie being charged up. Probably just used for mobility here for no fear. He will grab up the haste rune. Just a set of treads and an urn on this Spirit Breaker. Rather poor. Relatively speaking. Dancing around the pit here. Static Root will find no here. He does have a haste rune, but look how fast Chappie is. He essentially keeps up with a hasted Spirit Breaker. So he gets a Gale off. Jump forward. Oh, instant hex onto the puck. Looks like it was precasted from Yoki. They get the finger off and kill him off, but still, Chappie is 1v3ing their lineup. And in the meantime, pick off the Pudge, and now the Omni Slash from FN. He'll get the crit on the back end, kill off the Venomancer, and the Chen army is plentiful here in the mid lane. It is indeed a disaster for Anji. They jump forward late here, will clean up the grade quickly. Even Cardi will be stolen by Roger, and 31 seconds on the sideline with no Venomancer. They don't have a Poison Nova regardless,
middle tower has fallen.
but they will opt just to take the tier 2 for now. Retreat back to the Roche pit. Chappie's so tanky there in that fight. Possible to kill off, really. And they didn't even have any of any of Ghost Stick, fight. None of the puck spells were used. They built forward and got instant attacks by Yoki. Looks like he could cast it there. And finger to kill. Maybe that's even scarier for Anji. That team fight was not ideal for Empire, and they still took a very decisive victory. Koshka has stolen Rupture as well. A really nice spell for him to have here. Completely dodging to the east. Under the cover of smoke, hoping for someone to push out this lane, but Empire far too confident in their strength as 5 to leave any stragglers and bring it along. 7k gold leader, looking at the tier 2. Trying to get a tower over. Will do so. And now they'll keep back in preparation. Rather than FN's got the frenzy. His hands are there, but they have the frenzy on him. Roy does have Poison Nova available. No real initiator per se. They do have Spirit Breaker. So different from the other fights. You have a Core Staff who wants to do it, he can jump in. But just a tier 3 taken for now. 5 Empire. Location. You have the Aegis on our side. A little low on mana. They will up to take up the Shrine for now. They'll have a regen in the river for their Juggernaut as well. And perhaps get back to work. Bottom lane, Roger setting up here, and TP inbound from the Ghost top as well. Just gonna push this lane out. Perhaps Roger looks to get himself in. He only has 2 right now. He can only have 2.
Take that as tribute.
Meanwhile, Ghost trouble brings forward from Yoku and gets the Hex off. They'll kill him easy. Yoku is very farmed. He's got a Blink and a Midas and Treads on this Lion. His old offlaner days. Good game to be a Lion, no doubt. Puck and Juggernaut, two heroes that rely on their defensive ability. Really throw a wrench into that. Plasma Field with the vision. Telekinesis from range. And one big swipe of his sword. And then finds the Pudge. 25 seconds. He's on the sidelines. Now Blade Fury. Gonna clean up this rack. Gale is going to connect onto FN. He still has Aegis though. So really undeterred in his quest. Oh, he's going to get double bashed and brought back. Hand of God will be there. He's just continuing to beat away into this rack. Does have the Aegis. Omni Slash still available. Goes through as well. Gale gets hooked immediately though. Gets the Blade Fury off. And a 4-man coil comes through from Ghostic. Now the Plasma Field is there. Chappie looking to zone them. Finger of Death is there. But the Healing Ward gets off first. And a Blink out as well. They get the racks pretty much scot-free. Charge was coming out from the Spirit Breaker, but does not end up connecting with anything. Now they're looking to wrap back around. Roger gets the Test of Faith off onto Pikachu. The Fireball is there, and the Illusory Orb will kill him off. Now a Charge Orb onto the Chen. Gale hits onto 2, and Poison Nova hits onto 3. But there's no follow-up. The Pudge dies into the creeps of all things, it seems, in the meantime. Roger in trouble. He's going to tick down. Recall from the Chen sends the puck back to base. And the Thirst Stacks will slowly dissipate here for Pikachu as the puck heals up. Nicely played by the Chen before he dies, sending back his teammate to base. And that's a full lane of racks taken by Empire here. 25 minutes in. They are sitting pretty. And almost have a Lincoln Sphere as well for Chappie, so he can run in with Reckless Abandon once he picks that up. No longer a threat is Rupture or Nether Strike. I'll have to at least be using combination with him, and that'll allow FN to run free. That's the case. A lot of implications for, or a lot of good uses for Lincoln.
Gold for me.
Double damage being bottom as well. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, detours.
Patience from Zoe.
Pudge does go down. Incredible how farmed Yoku is in this one, but don't feel like it's gonna matter much. Razor now picking up the 400 health talent. He is sitting on 2700 HP with unstable current, and is going to have a Lincoln's flown out to him momentarily. Mid lane, Omnislash used on Pikachu. Hook is going to find the Juggernaut. He will get a Blade Fury off though and kill off the Pudge. Now Pikachu in trouble as well. Bloodlight is stolen by the Reaver. He is going to get silenced up. The Juggernaut does end up killing off the Blood Seeker, and the Hand of God barely keeping him alive, but he does end up dropping, gets bashed up, and Nether Struck as well. This is a stolen Bloodlight. It's going to hit Sadoy. Maposhka looking to find the Venomancer. Won't be able to do so. The Orb, though, coming through. Jaunt forward from Ghostic. The Eul Scepter will be there to dodge the Plasma Field, but it feels like the Venom is left for dead. He'll buy back. No Poison Nova available. There is no FN on the Empire side, so they are going to back out. They get a lot of damage done, and some economical damage as well on the Venomancer. Buys back. No real rush for them here, but they are quite strong. Chappie going to dodge the Gale with the phase boots, and that'll be all she wrote for now. 10 seconds until FN is up. The entire lineup of Anji will be up in around that time. Roger's got the pipe and building into the Greaves as well. Top of his Greaves and Hand of God feels like
is a great
It's
conductor.
going to be extremely effective. We saw the hand of Rod there keep up the good hand just long enough for them to punish. Doi does have the pike now, so it tanks up a little bit more from Force Staff, but remarkably Chappie does. Looking into a BKB at this point. We run down the enemy. Poshka in mid lane's got some ink creeps with them. They do have the Granite Golem Aura. Bonus 15%. And it looks like Empire will just be patient roach here. I feel like there are any other big items to speak of. There will be a Grieve soon on the Chen, which is really nice. Fusel Blade by FN has been picked up.
Patience from Zoe.
3 Midases. Anji suck. There is some little bit of urgency for Empire to end this. Eventually, minuses pay off. Roche gonna be up in just a second, and Miposhka's entire role currently. Spotted. And conveniently, Ice Frog will grant Empire a double damage rune. So FN will pick that up and get to work. And this will be a very quick Roshan. Even pop the Eye of the Storm for it, really needed, but Razor going to be the one to pick up the Aegis. FN finds himself. Fromage. Do a little bit of farming. And, you can pick up an ultimate orb if he wants, but Aquila pretty damn good. Hook gonna whiff from the high ground. Trying to start the fight off. And jump forward. Omni Slash eliminates the Pudge immediately. He does get the deny out, so unfortunately no gold there. But it's a hero out of the fray. And meanwhile, on the south side with Blood Rage, Chappie and Roger able to finish off the Venom. He's down 82 seconds. No buybacks. And Empire will close this one out. We'll get the second lane of Rags for free, necessarily. Anji, just as a show of sportsmanship, Yoki with a jump forward with the Blood Rage and dodge. It was the finger of death by Ghostic. Beautifully played by him. No Fear is going to get taken out. Chappie just frontlining for his squad and the Pudge. I walk down mid. I feed Courier. He is called Empire 7-1. Gonna tie up M19 at that top spot and at least secure a tie for top 4. And my prediction is pretty darn good.